Have you ever been to an event and you're sitting there as a member of the audience and you've listened to a couple of speakers, but you're still puzzled? You still haven't got to grips with what the offer is and what the core theme is that runs through the event. Here's the danger. I found myself in this situation. I went to a conference which was focused around a particular topic. So the topic was very clear. But when I got there and I started to listen to the speakers, they weren't necessarily aligning what the focus of the conference was for the day. So here's what happened. Came lunchtime, I was a bit fed up, I really didn't get it. I left the conference. I wasn't impressed. Massive, massive danger for us as business owners. Hi, I'm Wendy Keir, founder of Virtual Speaking Pros and the UK's leading expert on virtual summits. Today, I want to share with you a virtual summit host insight, and this is number 3 in a series. And it's all about leading your audience into a very clear offer. So you don't end up doing what I did, which was walking out from a conference, and you can make sure that you're super clear on what it is you're offering your audience so you keep their attention and the journey is smooth for them. They know exactly what they're buying into, which gives them a higher probability of buying into the end offer after your virtual summit. Now, we've all heard this before. If you haven't and this is the first time, give me a shout out. In business, we're often told to start with the end in mind. It is absolutely critical for a virtual summit. You have to start at the end. You have to start with the offer you want to lead people into. Otherwise, I pretty much guarantee your virtual summit will collapse and you will not make any sales. People will drop off because they just won't get it and it will be too complicated. I see this all the time. Take 5 minutes out now of your busy schedule and go online and look at some of the virtual summits around. And you will see a real mishmash of online events. Some will be very focused and very clear, and you'll get a good sense of who the audience is and who the speakers are because they're all aligned with one another. But you'll see some other events where you'll have 30, 40, 50 speakers all on very different topics. There's some alignment, but it's still very, very loose. So it's going to be confusing for the audience. Let's have a think about for a second of what you can lead your online audience into. Virtual summits are online, so it's an online audience that you want to be moving into, purchasing your offer at the end of the summit. There are lots of things, but remember, it's got to be close to your business and something that you offer. You could think about leading people into a 5-week group program. This would just be like a mini taster. You could do an hour every week with a group of people online for a period of 5 weeks. So that is your introductory offer. If you don't want to offer that, you can have a think about offering a more solid program which could run over 3 months. Very similar setup, but obviously a higher price point. But again, closely aligned to your business and an offer which is going to run and theme that is going to run throughout the whole of the virtual summit. You could sell an online course, a digital product that you already had. Once you're clear what you're going to lead people into after the summit, you can then start to work backwards. You can think about your speakers, you can speak about the theme. There are other things that you need to take into consideration, but you have to get your core offer set in stone and have an idea of what you're offering. Doesn't necessarily have to be ready or created, but you have to be very clear about what you're leading people into. Otherwise, you're going to lose them. They're going to drop off, they're not going to get it, and they won't stay engaged for the whole of the summit. Share with your wider community. Tweet on Twitter, post on Facebook, share on LinkedIn. Add value to the wider online business community.